Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoy thoughtful royal commentary, in-depth discussions about the modern monarchy, and a closer look at the stories making headlines around the world, then you're in exactly the right place. Today's topic centers on a seemingly simple event that somehow became the latest subject of intense online debate: Princess Lilibet Diana's 5th birthday and the photographs released by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to mark the occasion. What should have been a straightforward celebration of a young child's birthday quickly evolved into a broader conversation about parenting, privacy, royal traditions, childhood, media scrutiny, and the different paths being taken by members of Britain's most famous family. As always, we're going to look beyond the headlines and examine why these discussions continue to generate such strong reactions years after Harry and Meghan stepped away from royal duties. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's dive into today's story. On Thursday, Princess Lilibet Diana celebrated her 5th birthday. To mark the occasion, Meghan shared 2 new photographs of her daughter. The images were warm, personal, and consistent with the approach Harry and Meghan have taken toward their children's privacy. One photograph showed Lilibet standing barefoot in a Montecito garden surrounded by flowers. Her bright red hair flowed naturally in the breeze as she reached toward a flowering plant. The second image captured a family moment, with Prince Harry holding his daughter, while Meghan leaned close beside them. Both photographs carefully protected Lilibet's privacy by avoiding a direct view of her face. Almost immediately, the pictures spread across social media and news outlets around the world. Supporters praised the images for their authenticity and warmth. Others admired the glimpse into what appeared to be a happy and relaxed family life in California. But as often happens whenever Harry and Meghan make headlines, criticism soon followed. Some commentators focused on Lilibet's hair, describing it as untidy. Others questioned why she appeared barefoot in the garden. A handful of critics even suggested that the photographs reflected poor parenting. It was a reaction that many observers found surprising, given that the images simply showed a 5-year-old child exploring outdoors on her birthday. Among the various responses, however, one columnist made a point that sparked a wider conversation. Rather than criticizing the photographs, she argued that they highlighted something important. Looking at the images, she suggested that Lilibet appeared to be enjoying a childhood that was notably different from the one she might have experienced had her parents remained working members of the royal family. Whether people agree or disagree with Harry and Meghan on other matters, this observation struck a chord with many readers. The photographs seemed to capture a child enjoying a simple moment of freedom. There were no formal poses, no elaborate backdrops, and no obvious effort to create a picture-perfect royal image. Instead, there was a little girl exploring her surroundings, interacting with nature, and spending time with her family. That image stands in contrast to the traditional royal portraits the public has become accustomed to seeing over the years. Royal children have long been photographed in carefully planned settings. Their clothing, hairstyles, and poses often reflect generations of tradition. Those images are beloved by millions because they provide a sense of continuity and connection to the monarchy's long history. Think about the birthday photographs we've seen of Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis over the years. The pictures are always charming, beautifully composed, and professionally presented. The children appear polished and well-groomed, reflecting both family tradition and public expectations. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that approach. It is part of what many people appreciate about the royal family. At the same time, those photographs also represent a certain level of performance. The children are aware that millions of people around the world will view their images. Their photographs become public events, discussed by commentators, analyzed by royal experts, and shared endlessly across social media platforms. Lilibet's birthday photographs felt different. Rather than emphasizing formality, they emphasized spontaneity. Rather than showcasing royal tradition, they highlighted ordinary childhood experiences. Whether intentional or not, the contrast reminded many people of the choices Harry and Meghan made when they decided to leave royal life behind. For Prince Harry, the issue of childhood under public scrutiny is deeply personal. From the moment he was born, his life unfolded under the gaze of cameras. Every milestone, every school event, every family vacation, and every public appearance became news. Unlike most children, Harry never had the opportunity to grow up outside public attention. His experiences became even more complicated following the death of Princess Diana in 1997. The world watched as a young Harry walked behind his mother's coffin in one of the most photographed and emotionally significant moments in modern royal history. For many observers, that image remains a symbol of the extraordinary pressures placed upon royal children. Over the years, Harry has spoken openly about the impact that level of exposure had on him. He has repeatedly discussed his desire to protect his own children from similar experiences. Whether one agrees with every decision he and Meghan have made, there is little doubt that concerns about privacy have played a major role in shaping their lives. When Harry and Meghan relocated to California, they gained something that would have been difficult to achieve within the royal system: greater control over their children's public visibility. They decide when photographs are released. They determine how much information is shared. They choose the circumstances under which Archie and Lilibet appear before the public. This approach has not eliminated public interest. In some ways, it may have intensified it. Because the children are rarely seen, every new photograph becomes a major news story. Yet Harry and Meghan seem willing to accept that trade-off if it means providing their children with a more private upbringing. The reaction to Lilibet's birthday photographs also reveals something interesting about modern society's expectations of children. Many people frequently express concern that childhood is becoming increasingly structured and pressured. We worry about excessive screen time. We discuss the impact of social media. We lament the disappearance of carefree outdoor play. We talk about the importance of allowing children to be children. Yet when photographs appear showing exactly that, a child running barefoot through a garden, exploring flowers, and looking unconcerned with appearances, some people react negatively. The contradiction is difficult to ignore. Perhaps part of the issue is that famous children are often held to different standards. Once a child becomes associated with celebrity or royalty, people begin projecting expectations onto them. They expect perfection, they expect polished appearances, they expect carefully curated images. Ordinary childhood behaviors suddenly become topics of debate. Lilibet's hair became one such topic. Some critics described it as messy. Others defended it, pointing out that children often have naturally textured hair that doesn't always conform to conventional expectations of neatness. Many observers also noted that Lilibet appears to have inherited Prince Harry's distinctive red hair, which has its own unique texture and characteristics. In reality, the discussion says more about adult perceptions than it does about the child herself. Most parents understand that active children rarely remain perfectly groomed throughout the day. Running, playing, exploring, and simply being a child tend to produce exactly the kind of windswept appearance visible in the photographs. Beyond the specifics of hair and footwear, the larger conversation revolves around competing visions of childhood. One vision emphasizes tradition, structure, and presentation. The other emphasizes freedom, spontaneity, and privacy. Neither approach is inherently right or wrong. Different families make different choices based on their circumstances and values. What makes this particular discussion so fascinating is that it occurs within the context of one of the world's most famous families. Every parenting decision made by Harry and Meghan is examined through the lens of their royal connections. Every photograph becomes a symbol. Every choice invites interpretation. Supporters view the birthday photographs as evidence that Harry and Meghan have successfully created a more relaxed environment for their children. Critics argue that the couple carefully curate their public image in different ways. Both perspectives contain elements worth considering. What cannot be denied is that Archie and Lilibet are growing up in circumstances dramatically different from those experienced by their royal cousins in Britain. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are future working royals. Their roles within the institution are already taking shape. Public appearances are part of their reality. By contrast, Archie and Lilibet occupy a unique position. They remain connected to the royal family through blood and title, yet they are being raised largely outside the institution's day-to-day framework. This creates opportunities and challenges unlike those faced by previous generations. Some observers believe this arrangement offers the best of both worlds. The children retain their family heritage while enjoying greater personal freedom. Others question whether distance from royal life may create complications as they grow older. Only time will provide answers. For now, however, the photographs suggest something much simpler. They suggest a family celebrating a birthday. They show parents expressing affection for their child. They capture a moment that countless families around the world can recognize and appreciate. Perhaps that is why the images resonated so strongly despite the controversy. At their core, they reflect universal experiences. Parents everywhere take photographs of their children in gardens, parks, and backyards. Children everywhere become absorbed by flowers, insects, and the natural world around them. Families everywhere celebrate birthdays and milestones. The royal connection may attract headlines, but the emotions captured in the photographs are fundamentally human. Love, curiosity, joy, and family connection transcend status, titles, and geography. As discussions continue about the future of the monarchy, the choices made by Harry and Meghan, and the evolving role of royal children in modern society, these photographs offer an interesting case study. They remind us that behind every headline are real people making decisions about how to raise their families. They also remind us that childhood itself remains precious. In an increasingly connected world where privacy is often difficult to maintain, moments of genuine innocence and exploration become especially valuable. Whether those moments occur in California, London, Windsor, or anywhere else, they deserve appreciation. Ultimately, the debate surrounding Lilibet's birthday photographs may say less about Harry and Meghan than it does about the public. It reveals our expectations, our assumptions, and our competing ideas about what childhood should look like. It demonstrates how even the smallest details can become symbols within larger cultural conversations. And perhaps the simplest conclusion is also the most reasonable one. A 5-year-old child celebrated her birthday. Her parents shared photographs reflecting a happy family moment. Millions of people viewed those images through their own perspectives and experiences. The resulting discussion tells us as much about ourselves as it does about the family at its center. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Harry and Meghan have succeeded in creating a more normal childhood for Archie and Lilibet? Do you believe royal traditions offer unique advantages that should be preserved? And what was your reaction to the birthday photographs themselves? Share your views in the comments below. We always enjoy reading your perspectives and engaging in respectful discussions about these fascinating topics. If you enjoyed today's deep dive into royal news and commentary, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future updates. Your support helps us continue creating thoughtful content and building this wonderful community of royal watchers from around the world. Thank you once again for spending part of your day with us. We truly appreciate your time, your engagement, and your support. Until next time, take care, stay informed, stay kind, and we'll see you in the next episode.